sector, as it was shown in the short documentary. Ladies and gentlemen, I mentioned the semi-urban water supply. Just like the Commissioner of Works mentioned, the priority of His Excellency is not just to initiate new projects to be commissioned, but to find out which are of people's benefit. In the urban, semi-urban water sector, we have Lambata Gao water, which was initiated by the late former governor, Engineer Eyekure, completed 100%, just waiting for completion. We have the Agekacha at 90% completion, and we have just drafted the Lapai and Makwa into the 2019 budget, hoping it will get attention by the first quarter of 2019. Your Excellency, the cost of focusing in the area of urban water affected the rural water supply, I must confess. However, the ministry have recorded a total of 400 boreholes, 16 of which are solar borehole, 100 motorized, and 284 hand pump. In the issue of policy, which is very, very important to the ministry, looking at the expensive nature of these expenses, His Excellency and the ministry are aware that to have this achieved, we may need to source fund elsewhere. And with the intervention of the Federal Ministry of Water Supply, which gave us condition to open windows, that if our governor has done very well, they will assist and grant us internal funding of fixing the water facility. I'm happy to inform this gathering that His Excellency, the Governor of Niger State, was assessed by the Federal Ministry of Water Resources in collaboration with the World Bank and was selected among 6 states in Nigeria to benefit a grant of 2.4 billion by United States aid. And already they have established their office in Water Board to commence work by January. Secondly, we have equally the French Development Agency, because of the performance of the Governor on Water Resources, have equally been selected to benefit from a World Bank grant that will earn the state over 200 million. Only 2 states in Nigeria, Niger State and the Federal Capital. Lastly, I'm just giving 2 minutes. Sorry, 200 million dollars, not million naira. Thank you for correction, Your Excellency. I want to share some experience with the members here. We had the issue of power been challenging all sectors. The issue of power play a very important role in powering all our water facilities. And because of the passion of His Excellency, he have ordered that in the most important cities in water supply, that is Chanchaga, Bidda, and Kontagora, an additional 1,000 watt generator be added to aid the fluctuating light system to make sure that all pump purchases are being utilized. I want to thank the organizers of this briefing. It gives us opportunity to appeal to Nigerite that we are aware, because of the growing nature of Niger State, for the past 3 years, The governor and the ministry have been making sure the water production is online, which we are happy it is on now. Extension of water to certain new cities is our focus in the year 2019. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Commissioner of Water Resources, Honorable Mama Musa. At this junction, I would like to invite the Kabulu. Da Allah mutanen da ke wurin nan, wurin sunset din nan, da Allah a matsa a bada wuri. Mutanen da suke wajen sunset din nan, da Allah a buɗa a bada wuri. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Magode, 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 to Mungode, Mungode, Mungode. Guape International. Get set. selolo, neta selolo. Ya dai la bomena, neta selolo. Ya kwada habulai, neta selo. Agwagwa sarkin aiki, agwagwa sarkin aiki. Shakwaye baba wa mama, atuwati na tinja ikiwanui. Asibiti wala shaba, azakoba ya wala shaba. Lolo ya bodewa, sepi kamera pagina, sepi kamera paneta selolo. Ha, mito sai magaga wagina na, ya gaga neta selolo. Shakwaye bama wasa, mansamu namu. Ene zamun sahamunamu, gakatapila sarkin ayiki, gakatapila sarkin ayiki, gabuludoza sarkin ayiki, abulala maso yinka dubu, asada gamirabo makatakine 20. Marapa hana gaga yigiwo. Ha, Mikaelo Maga. Fiakwabanta Fiaga Yilolo. Lola Zamana Shokoye Baba Jerama.
Santa da Shipadenu de Yanlani. Sadolo. Mega Sadolo. Lolo Sudiu. Yele kibiti etonali, Baba chama domi jara. Selolo, Inu pechi, eteka toke walolo. Chiamanji, Tomia baji, Epone lupechi yelo suma. Yegalo lo chude. Head of service Wakashita Baba Jasotani Hegaju Batashima Vegasolo Baba Jama Jatani Hajina Zindani Jama Kacha Jekajianote Helima Lolo Salolo You Muhammadi Neba Party Dadana Lai Lau Baba Kubu Haruna Neba Suku Baturia Neba Jidabiani Haruna Musakacha Jama Kacha Suku Haruna Suku Salolo.
Thank you.
Thank you, Guape International. Thank you very much, Guape International. Thank you. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I was just going around and I spotted Engineer Sani Ndanusa, the former Minister of Sports. Can you please be upstanding? I saw you somewhere. Put us together for him, sir. You're most welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, we'll now be taking 2 items. The second documentary on a new Niger in the making. And then we have a very short performance by Hilltop Arts Center. Can we get that running now?
Who is a true leader? A person with a clear vision and mission. A person who has true humility. A good listener who makes room for progress. Who is Abubakar Sani Bello? A man with impeccable credentials, impartial, and the audacity to inspire hope in others.
Excellency and I have been married 23 years now, and I can tell you that for these 23 years I have never found him to be anything but a very supportive and very nice man.
He's a gentleman, a very calm person, and someone that knows where he's going. He's somebody that sincerely, he's got a amiable quality of leadership.
Governor Abubakar Sani Bello, under his leadership, he was able to do the much he could to make sure he bring back to life, he resuscitate most of the things that are now working in the areas of rural development, potable drinking water, rural education, and indeed quality education.
He has humanity in his heart. 2019 election, I'm very, very optimistic that he's going to win election again. And if he wins election again for somebody who has started this, I'm sure he will do much more.
I think he's an extremely good father because he is involved in his children's lives. He tries as much as possible to participate in everything they do in school. It's not very often you see fathers going for PTAs and events, but when he's available, he tries as much as possible to be there. And he lives up to his responsibilities as a father.
I now know there is a governor. Before I know him, when I started selling food at NSTV, one day he came to NSTV and met me and said, "Madam, what are you selling?" And I said, "Food." He asked if I will give him the food, and I said, "It is finished." When I said it has finished, he asked why, and I replied, because there is no capital, and he gave me capital for me to do business. I'm grateful to God and grateful to Abubakar.
He has tried, because in our section here we've been able to see the road has been constructed, and the street lights, and even a new layout of water in our area. So there's nothing to say that thank you to this present administration. Really appreciate Abulolo administration.
Before, there was no lights, but because of the road constructed, we have security light and extend to 11 p.m. doing business and interacting. We have no word to express our gratitude to this government of Abubakar Sani.
I really wish him the very best. I can see how he struggles, I can see how much work he puts in. And I pray that God gives him the strength to continue what he's doing. And I also pray that people do understand and see the kind of person that he is and commit to bringing him back for a second term to complete this mandate that he has already started.
Governor Abubakar Sani Bello is the right person who will take Niger State from where we are to where we intend to be.
Thank you very much. That was the second documentary. And the Hilltop Arts Center, you are going to perform after the speech of the governor. So just hold on. And for the presentation by the Commissioner for Agriculture and Health, we'd like to restrict yourselves just to 4 minutes. 4 minutes each. Thank you. Your Excellency, we'd now like to invite the Honorable Commissioner for Agric, Honorable Haruna Duku, for his presentation. Please, 4 minutes.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Niger State, Alhaji Abubakar Sani Bello, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Niger State, permit me to stand on existing protocol. The Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development is charged with the responsibility of initiating and implementing policies aimed at increasing food security, creating wealth and employment opportunities for rapid economic growth of the state. The present administration, since inception in 2015, has made the development of the agricultural sector its utmost priority, considering the fact that the sector provides employment directly or indirectly to over 80% of the state population. The sector not only ensures food security of the state, but also serves as the engine room for economic growth and prosperity of the state. The attention of the government in the sector are primarily geared towards considering the agricultural production practices, focusing on the entire agricultural value chain, development of critical infrastructures that will enhance production, processing, and marketing of key high-value crops, as well as linkages of communities to markets. In the area of making available inputs to farmers, the government has provided over 40,000 metric tons of fertilizer, some of which it procured directly, and fertilizer intervention program. On provision of farm
da Allah mutane ku ba da wuri wurin nan inda kayayyakin soundset din yake inda DJ yake kuna taba mana wayoyi da Allah security da Allah ya musu magana.
Our provision of farm mechanization services, the administration has procured 130 tractors complete with implements. It has also repaired 50 existing tractors across the local government areas of the state. To ease harvesting and processing activities of rice farmers, the administration has distributed 50 units of rice threshers to cooperatives, while it has commenced taking delivery of additional 100 multipurpose threshers procured to be allocated to more cooperatives in the state. Under the state buffer stock program, the government during the period procured assorted grains from farmers during harvest worth 170 million naira and distributed to members of the public during off-season to stabilize the economy. The state government has also keyed into the ranching program of the federal government in efforts to encourage the settlement of pastoralists to reduce the farmer herdsman clashes. A blueprint for the development of Bobby Grazing Reserve has been developed by the state government. The completion of this development will cost over 13 billion naira for a period of 10 years. This year, the sum of 198 million naira has been approved for the first phase of the project, where currently provisions of infrastructure facilities such as access roads, veterinary clinic, nomadic schools, distilling of dam, police posts, and boreholes in various stages of completion. The present administration is also targeting the engagement of women and youth in the agricultural sector. The program implemented this area include the CBN ANCO program, under which about 10,000 individuals were supported. The Accelerated Agricultural Development Scheme, AADS, under which 1,000 youth are currently engaged to produce maize and soya beans. Under the Greenhouse Project, a total of 100 youth were trained in the establishment and engagement of greenhouses for the production of assorted fruits and vegetables. The state is also collaborating with development partners for the value chains of key crops such as rice, cassava, and sorghum. The programs include the FADAMA 3 additional financing, rural access and mobility project, value chain development program, and the agricultural transformation agenda support project. The sum of 500 million naira as counterpart contribution has been paid to these agencies. Some of the achievements recorded by this agency include rehabilitation of 5 irrigation schemes and construction of new ones at various levels of completion stages at Zara, Leoji, Lokogoma, Egbati, Edozigi, and other communities. Construction and rehabilitation of 176.6 kilometers of rural roads in 6 locations throughout the state, as well as 30 river crossing across the state, all completed under phase 1 of RAM 2 project. Another 403 kilometers of roads are currently under construction or rehabilitation under the same scheme. We have also have the construction of processing centers and warehouses for rice and cassava farmers at 3 different communities, Awushishi, Kacha, and Bida local government areas. We have also constructed 4 numbers of block of classrooms with toilets, 2 numbers of health centers, 2 numbers of market stalls and toilets to 4 other local government areas under the RTAPS project. The state government is also collaborating with the Food and Agricultural Organization FAO, as well as other international non-governmental organizations such as the Alliance for a Green Revolution in Africa, that is AGRA, to enhance capacity of the state towards improving agricultural policy initiation and project implementations. Ladies and gentlemen, follow me to congratulate His Excellency Alhaji Abubakar Sani Bello for adding 1 year to his age. Thank you very much, and may Allah bless us all.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Commissioner for Agriculture. We now like to invite the Honorable Commissioner for Health. I know you will not like this, but Commissioner for Health, we just take 4 minutes. I know you've never done that before, but try to keep to 4 minutes.
Commissioner kiwon lafiya kenan Dr. Mustapha Mohammed Jibrin, inda aka baka minti 4.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Your Excellency, the Governor of Niger State, Alhaji Abubakar Dr. Sadiq Sani Bello, permit me to stand on existing protocols because of the exigency of time. Under the health restoration agenda of the Governor of Niger State, the health sector had a vision to build a health sector where every life counts, with a mission to reposition, strengthen, and revitalize the primary health care system as part of an integrated network of care that will ensure affordable, accessible, acceptable, applicable, quality and safe basic minimum packages of healthcare services to all Nigerians, every time, everywhere. In line with the world agenda to achieve universal health coverage by bringing services, healthcare services, closer to individuals, families, and communities. I'll quickly go through some of what we have been able to achieve under the health sector in the short time, as quick as I can. Under health policy and planning, the Niger State government was the first state and perhaps the only state in the country to have a comprehensive health plan, which we tagged the Niger Health 1.0, with an aim to making Niger State the #1 state in provision of healthcare services. Niger State was the first state to flag off in the country the one functional primary healthcare center policy of the federal government. Niger State also was the first state to develop the first ever costed implementation plan for family planning. Niger State was able to increase the budgetary allocation to health from what we met in 2015 from 6% to 8% to 11%, and soon we will commit to 15% budgetary allocation. Niger State currently is the second state in the country when it comes to the implementation of the policy of primary health care under one roof from the 2018 scorecard. Niger State is among the only 13 states in the SMART survey that was released this year out of the 36 states of the country that have shown improvement in the health indices as it relates to maternal care, child care, nutrition. In the area of leadership and governance, Niger State government introduced a scorecard system to track performance and to improve accountability. Niger State government was able, under the leadership of Abuja Sadiq Sani Bello, was able to operationalize and strengthen the drugs and hospital management consumable agency to work on the economics of scale and to make drugs available in all our facilities. We were able, under the Ministry of Health, to establish for the first time an emergency operation center for outbreak of disease tracking and response. And also, we established an epidemic isolation and quarantine center. Niger State government also is at the verge of establishing a state contributory health scheme, which I believe by tomorrow, the Speaker of the Niger State Assembly will pass into law to ensure that Niger State has a health insurance scheme that will make healthcare services free for all Nigerians. In terms of infrastructure and development, we have been able to, under the Ministry of Health, complete and operationalize the maternal and newborn hospital in Mina with an inclusive and establish the best neonatal center in Nigeria. We have completed and renovated the phase 3 of the general hospital in Kutigi and Kuta. We have been able to renovate primary. We have been able to renovate and revitalize so many primary healthcare centers across the state. We have been able to procure and distribute basic medical equipment to each of the 274 primary healthcare centers in the 274 wards of Niger State. And in terms of service delivery, Niger State government, under the leadership of its governor, has been able to conduct over 5,000 free general surgeries for Nigerians across the state. We have also been able to conduct over 1,000 free eyesight surgeries for the poor. And currently, we are right now also providing free eye surgeries for Nigerians across the state. We finished in Mina, Bida, and currently from tomorrow we'll be in Kontogora. So everybody who has missed the opportunity in Bida and in Mina can go to Kontogora tomorrow. We are providing free eye surgeries for over 1,000 Nigerians. We have supported over 1,500 poor people. And in the area of partnership for health, the Niger State government was able to sign a memorandum of understanding with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to strengthen our primary healthcare system, and that is why we are number 2 in the country in terms of primary healthcare activities. We have been able to attract over 1.5 billion naira for the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund. The governor has managed to be able to provide enabling environment for partners to come into the state. For the first time in the history of Niger State, we have several partners: WHO, Pathfinder, Marie Stopes, Mental Health Access Initiative, all in the state providing different various kinds of. Niger State has been able in the country to do despite recession. We are also one of the only 4 states in the country that is paying the healthcare workers, doctors and nurses 100% of their full salaries. Only 4 states in the country are doing this: Kano, Lagos, Yobe, and Niger State. Also, in the area of human resources, Niger State government, for over 42 years of the establishment of School of Nursing, Bida, and the School of Midwifery in Mina, for the first time in 42 years since the establishment of this state, these schools have gained 100% full accreditation. Also, we have also established a new School of Nursing in Kontogora that has already started providing services and recruited students. We have also recruited over 100 nurse midwives in the country, and that is why Niger State was one of the only states that has an increase in terms of indices as it relates to the issue of women being saved at the time of birth. I would not end my short presentation without talking about Her Excellency, the wife of the governor of Niger State, who is referred to as a model first lady, who is the only first lady currently in the country, and as a medical doctor that still provides services, goes to the clinic, performs surgery, sees patients, and she does this all for free. And also, through her Race Foundation, she performs a program which we refer to as Kare Rayuwa Mata Alokochin Haihuwa. In addition also, the First Lady of Niger State conducts free vesicovaginal fistula operation. That is a situation where you find women passing urine uncontrollably after delivery. Because of these activities that she is doing, Niger State has been selected as the state in the country where the federal government will establish the first and only vesicovaginal fistula in the country, center in the country. She also carries out activities in collaboration with the Ministry of Health in cancer care. All right, they said I should stop here. There is so much for us to say, but for the exigency of time, I will stop here. It is important to know that His God Excellency, the Governor of Niger State, is concerned about the health sector and are concerned about the people. I thank you all. Nigeria! Niger! Say hello. Thank you very much and God bless.
Please clap for the Commissioner for Health. This is the first time I am seeing him speak for 2 minutes. He has never spoken for 4 minutes. He can only speak for 2 minutes. Please clap for him again. Thank you very much. Payments are daily. Minister of Health has a daily. A very distinguished guy. And then we're going to have performances from Nigeria, from Adnan, from Ahmed Shatta. Event starts in the second phase. Thank you. And now I'd like to humbly invite His Excellency, the Governor of Niger State, Alhaji Dr. Abubakar Sani Bello, for his speech.
Adilin gwamna, za mu saurari jawabin mai girma gwamnan jihar Neja, Dr. Alhaji Abubakar Sadiq Sani Bello a halin yanzu.
Please sit down, please sit down, please sit down. To shi kenan, na gode, thank you, let's save time. Sit down, sit down, sit down. Your Excellency, wannan kwana idan ba ku yi shiru ba zan ci kai ku waje. So aka ku saurara ku fahimce mu. Kun ji ko? Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Niger State, Mr. Speaker, Niger State House of Assembly, State Chairman, APC, and other executive members present here today, members of National Assembly serving and former, members of the State Executive Council, members of State Assembly, very distinguished Nigerites, former ministers, our party leaders, invited guests, members of ASB campaign organization, DG campaign, state officials, other stakeholders, members of media, ladies and gentlemen. Permit me to start by giving praise to Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for sparing our lives and making it possible to witness this unique day. I do therefore, as a matter of responsibility, thank the Almighty for his trial on me. I also believe it is only proper to use this occasion to pay glowing commendation and gratitude to Nigerians for the massive support they gave me during the 2015 general elections. It is their votes that ushered me to assume the leadership of the state. My gratitude also goes to all of you party men and women for the support, patience, and commitment to the successes of this administration. It is with deep sense of gratitude that I welcome you to this unique occasion of the stakeholders meeting towards my re-election for a second term bid as the governor of Niger State. In our efforts to build a great state and develop a robust economy that will stand the test of time, we have decided to give the youth a special consideration by way of designing a framework that will provide career and employment opportunities to them in the job market. Encourage partnerships with relevant stakeholders in the delivery of youth development, and to establish homegrown financial assistance programs. Having emphasized our commitment to our dear youth, I wish to call on them to desist from any kind of antisocial behavior capable of destroying the society. May I remind our youth that you define our tomorrow. While we will do everything to support you to succeed in your choosing endeavors, we call on you to reciprocate this gesture by respecting the laws of our land. In the case of women, our commitment will principally be to develop women's leadership capabilities and to strengthen women's organizations to create political and economic opportunities across the state for them, and to facilitate the establishment of community-based health and family planning program for the low-income women. Urban development and management. We have a robust plan for urban and rural development. We will see to the implementation of the stakeholder-driven city development strategy for Mina, Kwantagora, Suleja, and Bida. We shall also see to the strengthening of the capacity of the Urban Development Board to manage, finance, and institutionalize good governance in the cities, urban and rural water supplies. We shall develop adequate and self-sustaining urban water supply and management system in Mina, Suleja, Bida, Kontagora within the next 3 years. The water development program will see to the realization of rural water supply in a number of rural communities. We shall also develop alternative power generating system, solar and windmills for Mina, Suleja, Bida, and Kontagora in partnership with the private sector. Infrastructure. The administration will continue to work on repairs of roads, construct new ones, and connecting more villages to national grid and solar power lighting, etc. We shall vigorously pursue the rehabilitation of road network within each local government and linking same other networks leading to Mina, Suleja, Bida, and Kontagora. These will also include rehabilitation of major road networks within Mina, Suleja, Bida, and Kontagora. Agriculture. Our commitment will see to the establishment of effective agricultural research and development in partnership with tertiary institutions, to further establish large-scale mechanized farms in partnership with local and foreign farmers. We shall also promote the formation of ward and farm cooperatives for economic reliance, productivity, and marketing. We market our produce and related byproducts. We shall improve on acquiring and distribution of fast and high-yielding seeds to local farmers. We shall revive the Mokwa Indayako and Kontagora Dubu agricultural development projects established in the 1950s. We shall support all local governments to have adequate access to the federal government of Nigeria Anchor Borrower Scheme, Livestock Transformation Plan, and agricultural mechanization programs will also be in place. In this area, the government will open up over 2 million vast arable lands for agricultural activities such as farming of rice, cotton, maize, yam, among others. When you take rice farming, for example, Niger State can feed the whole of West Africa, and apart from the income, many of our teeming youths will no longer roam the streets. The administration will not only stop at food and cash crop, it will also open up opportunities in fishery, poultry, animal fattening, etc. And by doing so, it will open the floodgate of self-reliance to our teeming youths. To achieve this, we have to reinvigorate our farming institute in Bida, Nasco, and Tagina, to train our youths as field officers and to train our local farmers in modern technique of farming. In the same vein, NAMDA will be repositioned to handle both the tractor hiring services, provision of improved seedlings, and land clearing. And it will also participate fully in dry season farming. Healthcare delivery. If re-elected in 2019, inshallah, the health sector will receive a big boost. It is my greatest desire to see Nigerians live healthy life. As such, my administration will partner with international organizations such as Bill and Melinda Gates, the World Health Organization, to scale up our plan of having healthcare delivery centers in 88 selected wards across the state. While at home front, We will continue to work with Race Foundation in addressing some common diseases and ailments in women and not losing sight in the upgrading of our primary health care and the continuous training of our health personnel. Development of eco-tourism potentials in the state. The development of eco-tourism will receive a very high attention because the state has one of the largest ecological tourism attractions ranging from the Gurara Falls, Shagunu Beach, Kainji Lake National Park, and other historical tourist attractions like cruising on the second largest man-made lake in Africa, which is the Kainji Lake, to the relics of the old Busa Island, Tatiko Pottery, Bida Brass Factory, Ladi Gwali Pottery, the famous Zuma Rock, etc. While we will be partnering with the National Park Service to participate in the partial commercialization process of the Kainji Lake National Park, we will develop the other tourist attractions across the state to international standards in order to attract visitors from within and outside the country as a means to increasing our IGR. It may interest you to know that I have started discussion with development partners, particularly in the regards of Shagunu Beach and the Gurara Resort. Solid minerals. The state hosts over 20 to 40% of nation's mineral deposits. The administration will assist in facilitating license for local miners and also continue our collaboration with international investors. Capacity building for civil servants. We shall further build the capacity of each of the 25 local government areas of the state. This is to enable them to, among others, harness their local economic potentials through strategic planning, stakeholder participation, integrating values, and thinking ahead. We shall seek to enhance the ability of the local governments to be transparent and accountable to their residents and self-sustaining in their operations. To this end, the government in the next quarter will consider and may consider establishing the Civil Servants Professional Development Institute, just like we did with the Teachers Professional Development Institute. This is to increase the capacity of our civil servants and to train and retrain them as at when due. Pension. My respect for the senior citizens of the state who have spent most part of their lives serving the state is tremendous. Therefore, between June 2015 and October 2018, my government has spent 8 billion naira in pensions and over 4 billion naira in local government pensions for settlement, over 8,000 retirees and death gratuity. I do assure you of my commitment in honoring this obligation. These are critical areas, and that is why I took time to highlight them. But details of the new vision can be found in the APC Niger State Developmental Blueprint 2019 to 2023. Fellow Nigerites, let us put our thinking caps and reassess the development of this country over the years. It is obvious that His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari is a unique leader and elder statesman. He is on the surest path to the revival of the nation's economy. He has proven, unlike others, that what is uppermost in his mind and action is to lead Nigeria out of servitude. Once more, I would like to solicit for your support in the forthcoming general elections by coming out in mass to return President Muhammad Buhari as President, Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, to return Abubakar Sani Bello as the Governor of Niger State, to return our distinguished senators, to return our honorable members, House of Representatives, to return our honorable members, House of Assembly, and of course, to return our local government council chairmen. Lest I forget, time did not permit most of the commissioners to come and present the activities of the past 3 years, especially the Commissioner of Health, who usually finds it very difficult to talk in 4 minutes. But I believe a lot has been achieved, and I hope we'll find more time to explain in details what has been achieved. But what is important and what has become very clear, 2 areas. We must invest in education. We must invest in health. We have no choice. We have no choice. I know investment in education is not something you see the value immediately. The gestation period will take 10 years, slightly less or maybe more. But as a people, it is our collective interest, especially in the northern part of Nigeria, leaders of highly placed institutions, to support education. We must support education. We must support our primary health care. We must make sure our children go to school. It may be very expensive, but we have no choice, we have to do it. At the same time, due to our increasing population up north, we must train our children in skill, whatever skill it is. I have directed the Ministry of Education and SUBEB to look at the curriculum of our schools and to reintroduce skill acquisition from primary school all the way to secondary school. Every child, if child at the point of graduation from secondary school must at least have one skill. We must be able to be self-sufficient, and we must start training our children in that direction. I request you to pray for a peaceful electioneering, rancor-free election, and successful return of APC at national and state level. Thank you very much. May Allah bless Niger State, Niger Lights. Long live all Progressive Congress. Long live Niger State, and long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
This is the Nigerian Television Authority. We're still reaching you from the Justice Idris Legbo Kutigi Conference Center, Mina, venue of the 2019 APC governorship election campaign stakeholders briefing. The governor, Abubakar Sani Bello, appreciated residents of the state and his lieutenants on the journey so far and for their support for the re-election bid. This event coincides with his 51st birthday anniversary. He appeals to youths to desist from any antisocial activity and respect the laws of the land. He also promised to give women political and economic empowerment. He disclosed plans to build a greater Niger state through viable initiatives and partnership if re-elected. And shortly, commissioners, particularly of the critical ministries, reeled out achievements of their sectors as supported by Governor Abubakar Sani Bello administration.
Mai girma shugaban jam'iyyar APC na jihar Neja da General Idris Garba, memba na BOT. Amma kafin wannan lokaci zan so in gayyaci wani mawaki ɗan shekara 8 da haihuwa mai suna Lil Afnan. Lil Afnan ƙaramin yaro ne, shekaransa 8 da haihuwa. A cikin gasa da muka shirya na mai girma gwamnan jihar Neja a bisa ayyukan da yake na alkhairi, wannan yaro shine ya zo na ɗaya. Da Allah taɓa mai, shi ya zo na ɗaya a cikin mutane 160 da suka yi registration a Hausa, shi ya zo na ɗaya. Don saboda haka DJ idan ka shirya ga Lil Afnan nan zai waƙe mai girma gwamnan Neja, don haka a natsu a ji da wani saƙo wannan yaro ya zo. Ga dai ƙaramin yaro ne, wannan ita ce yassa da suke uwa ɗaya uba ɗaya. To DJ, waƙar Lil Afnan na gwamnan jihar Neja.
Tsintsiya maɗauri ɗaya, a Neja ba a yin wariya. Muna da gwamna mai juriya, wanda ke son kamanta gaskiya. Yai manaja tanadi kwarai, 2019 inda rai. Abuja na Bello za mu ƙara zaɓa, ci gaban jihar mu ɗan uwa. Ina da tsokaci, za mu so ku ɗan bani lokaci. Your Excellency, I remain loyal a gaban ka na duka. Lolo, ni ɗalibi ne, gani ɗan tararrami da zantuka a raina. Lolo, Allah ya ba mu, a Neja lolo gwamna na fito na nuna. Lolo, gashi ɗan amana, a Neja ayyuka yake dare da rana. Lolo, aikin sana da tsafta. Saboda rayuwarsa baya san kazanta. Lolo, kowa yake ta Neja, ya san cikin jihar ana kula da tsafta. Lolo, sha'ani na yaro, kun ga duk abin da ya gani za ya furta. Lolo, kumar mato ku ci ne, idan na fara ambato su ba na so ku gota. Lolo, mai kora damuwa ne, a rayuwar mu baya so mu ma wahalta. Lolo, rayuwa ta yaro, kowa ya kyautata masa kunga ya rabauta. Lolo, yana kula hakika da ilimin mu gwamna kunga shi ya fara. Lolo, Naija mun huta ko a makarantu yana kula da yara. Lolo, na ƙara jaddadawa, abinci za a baka in ka so ka ƙara. Lolo, yana kula da lafiyar mu lolo gwamna baya so yara mai ta jinya. Saboda walwalar mu a tituna ba ruwan mu ma da mota. Lolo, yayi flyovers, mu tsallaka tsanaki kun ga mun huta.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
DJ, thank you.
DJ, thank you very much. Wannan shine Lil Afnan a gasar da aka shirya na wadda Arewa Filmmakers Association jihar Neja, wanda ni ne chairman na wannan kungiya, muka shirya shine wanda ya zo first. Mun gode Lil Afnan. Ba tare da ɓata lokaci ba, I would like to invite the Hilltop Arts Center Mina to come and perform. 2 minutes. Hilltop. 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 Me jauje kai ma ka shirya. Me jauje ka shirya. Ahmed Shata ka shirya. Hilltop. Hilltop.
Thank you very much, Mr. MC. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Governor, all protocols duly observed. This is a presentation by Hilltop Creative Arts Foundation, an NGO situated at Hilltop Model School. We have a spoken poetry performance for Mr. Governor. So, Mr. DJ, if you're ready, please.
Government comes, government goes. Lulu comes, Lulu continues. That is why it is. Say Lulu. Mega, say Lulu.
Father said to me while growing up, government is the only home we have. The home that feeds, nurtures, and waters our dream. Like the vineyard, pampered to sprout fruitful fruits.
Today, the rhythm isn't one that reminds us of the souls of the Stone Age, but of a government that leaves us wishing for more. There is no dream without a dreamer, just like there is no dreamer without a dream. For in every phase of our lives, we all have a story or two to tell. Ours isn't of unending castles cast in air, or of some fictitious fables told behind long barren decks.
Government comes, government goes. Lulu comes, Lulu continues. That is why it is. Say Lulu. Mega, say Lulu.
Here is our story. As a girl child in this neighborhood, the society condemned me to be frail, dictates who and who not I became, and said to me, in this wide space of man, I can't be given the luxury to dream my dreams. Tell my neighbors and my friends, those who laughed at my pains, and even those that cared for my cries, that like a phoenix I shall rise again, to speak to every soul with ears to hear, that here I found my voice soaring beyond Sahara shores, from a governor that shares same thoughts as mine.
Government comes, government goes. Lulu comes, Lulu continues. That is why it is. Say Lulu. Mega, say Lulu.
Ages ago, as a little child that I was, I housed countless dreams that never left my box or even dared to live a life. They died moments after they were birthed. But today, I stand side by side with my smile as my dreams of scribbling my thoughts caresses the tip of my tongue at every moment of my life.
This is so because we all live to die, but some can choose to live forever as they wish. Just like myself and others have been given a lifeline to live and forget all about death. Through the books published by my Mr. Governor's government, the Lolo of our time.
In a country like this where everyone is busy chasing empty space, you don't leave a child in the field and flee, for if not soon, but someday you will come to tell the whole soul what you did to a child's joy.
Within this space, we saw our Fortuna Festina some time ago. This festival unified us through our songs, dances, and acts. All these acts we saw from teenagers that cross seas and lands, only to be in a state like mine. This Nigeria isn't for anyone but you, my Lulu, the Lulu of our time.
Government comes, government goes. Lulu comes, Lulu continues. That is why it is. Say Lulu. Mega, say Lulu.
Let me take you down the lane when we struggle to eat a single meal and trek long distances to school, all in the love of art. Now we eat good meals, go to classes like the heaven we seek, and learn with no worries in our minds. If it isn't Lolo, who then shall do all these that I have said?
Once upon a time, polio, measles wrecked my dear state. We had nowhere to hide or seek solace in vaccines that immunes our whole. Today we dance to the rhythm created by ourselves for the right immunization we got from the Lolo of our time.
If you see those with doubts about what tomorrow holds, bring them here, where the future is assured.
So I shall school them about where we were and where we are now. and I shall sail with them until the next level.
Government comes, government goes. Lolo comes, Lolo continues. That is why it is. Say Lolo. Nigga, say Lolo.
Please excuse me, MC. Please just give me 1 minute. I promise I'm not going to take much of your time. The governor, the deputy governor, and all the protocol duty observed. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I say good afternoon to you all.
Please put us together for Hilltop Model School
please,
as
I want to
theater.
make a presentation for the governor first, please. My name is Halima Sayyadi from the Hilltop Creative Arts Foundation. This foundation is an NGO that train writers, teen authors. So this afternoon, I will be presenting to you a book authored by some of the teens from Hilltop Creative Arts Foundation. So, Mr. Governor, this is as well a birthday gift. We never knew today is your birthday, else would have brought more. But just accept this from us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That is a wonderful presentation by the Hilltop Mina. At this junction, I would like to invite the Honorable Commissioner, the Honorable Speaker, Right Ahmed Marafa Guni, to give us a goodwill message.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Your Excellency, with your kind permission, let me add the number of people on this side. Honorable members, please come over. Honorable members, please come over. Another one, they will. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Niger State, Alhaji Dr. Abubakar Sani Bello, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Niger State, Alhaji Mohammed Ahmed Ketso, distinguished invitees, please permit me to remain on the already established protocol. But before that, I want to specifically recognize a very distinguished statesman whom yesterday truly exhibited that statesmanship. And that person is no less a personality than General Muhammad Garba, retired. If he is in the audience, please let him stand up for recognition. And if he is not, my felicitation goes to him. I cherish him and I respect him as a father. The second person I want to recognize here, it goes when they say behind every successful man, there is always a woman. But in this case, I want to change that narration. Behind every successful man, there are wonderful friends. On this note, I want to recognize the wonderful friends of Mr. Governor. Please, if you are around here, please stand up for recognitions. Friends of Mr. Governor, where are they? Baloni, Hakimi, please stand up for recognition. Nigerians, These are friends of Mr. Governor. They sacrifice their time to be with him, to advise him, and even to accompany him in accomplishing whatever success is achieving. Thank you very much, friends of Mr. Governor. Today, I think I can now speak at ease, hence His Excellency has spoken. Because I was already being G3, if I could speak under 4 minutes, just like the Commissioner for Health, but I think now I can talk with ease. Your Excellency, today is not a day for speeches, but I believe as members of the Niger State House of Assembly, it is also an opportunity for us to at least celebrate ourselves here today. Your Excellency, it might interest you to know that prior to this 8th assembly, the previous assemblies always, and I repeat, always return budgets the way they are presented. Your Excellency, for the very first time, the 8th assembly has completely changed that narration. Some of the old colleagues in the assembly had to confess that yes, indeed, this is the first time a budget is being scrutinized and assessed. Your Excellency, the Niger State Assembly has so far adopted over 60 motions awaiting the executive's implementation. This is a record resolution. Also, Your Excellency, the 8th Assembly has passed into law over 30 bills, some of which have been assented by you and some are awaiting your assent. Your Excellency, in most assemblies, executive bills are also always being referred to as economic bills, because when they are presented, there is always a negotiation between the assembly and the executive before such bills are passed. But Your Excellency, out of the over 30 bills we've passed, about 20 are executive bills, and none of these bills was accompanied with 1 naira before it was passed. Your Excellency, this assembly was made up of, or is made up of, 24 members of APC. And I want to specifically say this to the attention of the party chairman. Mr. Party Chairman, please, this will interest you. After the last primary elections that was conducted all over the country, out of the 23 APC members that aspired to return as honorable members, the Almighty Allah made it possible for only 12 to get their tickets. 11 were not so lucky, as it was the wish of the Almighty Allah. Your Excellency and the party chairman, these 11 honorable members, immediately after those primary elections, we are being persuaded, we are being pursued, we are being cajoled by other political parties to come and get a platform free of charge. Your Excellency, I want to tell you today, and happily, those 11 members have vowed to die in APC. Your Excellency, they have vowed to die in APC because they say they were never honorable members, but for APC, they are honorable members. So they must remain in APC and salvage it together. Your Excellency, these 11 honorable members need serious appreciation and commendation. And Your Excellency, I want to particularly commend some notable stakeholders who have been up and doing to ensure that all the success stories you've achieved, they are the brain box behind those successes. They've had sleepless nights in maintaining a cordial relationship with the executives and the House of Assembly. And Your Excellency, I want to say it here today, and I stand to be corrected, that the Niger State House of Assembly has won 2 national awards. 1, the most peaceful state assembly in Nigeria. And 2, the most executive-friendly assembly in Nigeria. Your Excellency, these are no faults, but they are subject for verification. Your Excellency, people like Amale, Alhaji Abubakar Magaji, people like Alhaji Yakubu Abubakar, people like Alhaji Mustafa Basket, to mention but a very, very few of those prominent Nigerians that have made your job easier. I want to appreciate them here, sir, and I want to urge them to keep up the good job they are doing for the benefit of Nigerians. Your Excellency, today we are praying that the Almighty Allah should return us to conclude the second part of our demonstration. It is my hope and prayer that inshallah, from the office of Mr. President to the office of a councillor, APC shall emerge victorious, inshallah. On this note, I want to at least present my voice. Nigeria! We can do better. Nigeria! Niger! Niger! Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Speaker. At this section, before I invite the APC party chairman, I would like to invite a prominent artist from Zone C, May Jauje from Zone C. May Jauje. Idan May Jauje ya shirya daga Zone C, minti biyu May Jauje.
So Niger State, please, mu yi makan mu qiyamul laili, mu haɗa kan mu mutan Niger, mu bi gwamnati za mu sha daɗi. Gwamnan Niger Abuja, yanzu Niger ta kace, mu yi makan mu qiyamul laili, mu haɗa kan mu mutan Niger, mu bi gwamnati za mu sha daɗi. Gwamnan Niger Abuja, yanzu Niger ta kace, yanzu Niger ta kace nono, dole ne mu biyo bayan ka mu yi ma biyayya tun da kai kaci. Gwamnan Niger Abuja, yanzu Niger ta kace, 'yan Niger alhamdulillahi, yanzu ga dama ya same mu, mu haɗa kanmu mu yi kishin kanmu, kar mu bari a bar mu baya kwarai. Gwamnan Niger Abuja, yanzu Niger ta kace kai. 'Yan Zone sun yi shekara 8, Zone B sun yi shekara 8, mu Zone C sai mun yi 18. Mu ne kishiyan Musan si sai mun yi 18 don mu ne cibiyan asali. Gwamnan Naija Abu Sani, yanzu Naija ta kace. Yanzu Naija ta kace lolo, dole ne a biyo bayan ka ai ma biyayya tun da kai kaci. Gwamnan Naija Abu Sani, yanzu Naija ta kace. In gwamnati ta dan samu kuskure, kar ai zagi ai ta biyayya, kar ai zagi ai ta tsangwama, ai ta addu'a a kira Allah. In gwamnati ta dan yi kuskure, kar ai zagi ai ta tsangwama, ai ta addu'a a kira Allah, don shi ne za ya yi gyara. Gwamnan Naija Abu Sani, yanzu Naija ta kace. Sa'idu kaga juma'a kwanta gora ta yi kyau, lafiya na gwamatse, baban Audu Sadauki gagiwa, yanzu mai Sudan kowace ƙasa ba. ‘Yan Sa'idu sarkin Sudan, inda na san babba yake, ‘yaran nan mun je Amina, an yi taron da'awa, sarakuna na da yawa, na aga sarkin Bidak, da sarkin Agayek, da sarkin Kagara, edo an taro an haɗe. Kowane sarki ya iso ya zo a filin daba, a ba shi hannu ya wuce, ga giwa ya kawo, mai Sudan ya danno, duk jama'a sun tashi, baban gida ya miƙe, ya gaisuwan bangir.
To mun gode Atiku. Atiku kenan daga Kwantagora, Zonsi. I would like to invite the member BOT, General Idris Garba. General Idris Garba.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Your Excellency, the Governor of Niger State, the Deputy Governor of Niger State, the Speaker of our Honorable House, I want you to pardon me because of my voice. Your Excellency, it is just almost 4 years that we came together as three parties. Three parties. Nobody thought we were going to win. We worked hard and won by God's grace. I think we have worked so hard as a party that you cannot see any evidence of the three parties as we had. That shows that our party has grown so fast that you cannot compare us with the people who formed parties several years ago. Your Excellency, your humility and that of your deputy is something to be proud of. Those of us who are outside the state, you never left us just to remain there. We were always invited or consulted as far as the state is concerned. Only humility can give somebody who has had all powers with him to behave and conduct himself while he is on top of the power. On behalf of all of us who are representing Niger State at the national level of our party, I want to assure you that we are working hard, as we did before, to ensure that all over the state we vote you back to power. Your Excellency, I would want to assure you that we are ready to work just as we did the first time through the crannies of this state in order for you to come back. Once more, I would want to also commend the party at the state level for working so hard and never showed any sign of conflict between the government and the party. Once more, I will remain until you finish your second term in the state. I will remain in politics, but after that, I will retire, possibly. So, Your Excellency, thank you very much for everything. Most important.
Thank you very much, General Idris Garba. That is a wonderful remark. At this junction, I would like to invite the chairman, All Progressive Congress, Niger State, APC, to come and give us word of thanks. APC, APC, Nigeria, Nigeria, Niger, Niger. Chairman, bismillah.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. APC, APC. Okay, I don't believe we are tired. Your Excellency, Mr. Governor, sir, and the leader of the party in Niger State, the Deputy Governor, the Honorable Speaker, Niger State House of Assembly, the SSG, the DG Campaign Organization, Head of Service, Chief of Staff. I'm delighted to see all of you here in honor of the party and Mr. Governor as a prelude to the flag off of the campaign. Indeed, this is a unique presentation. The idea behind this gathering of stakeholders is to enable Mr. Governor brief them of his achievement and what he wants to do. The actual flag off will come up in Zone A, sometimes in January. So this one is a pre-flag off. The flag off will be in Zone A. I want to make my speech very short because I've been asked to always give vote of thanks. So I want to thank Mr. Governor for finding time to attend this gathering. The Deputy Governor, the members of BOT, actually we have 2 BOT in Niger State. We have General Idris Garba and Barrister Amina Gwai. She's also a BOT member. Also, we have board members, chairmen in Niger State, and all of them are present here. We want to thank them. We want to thank the stakeholders who have consistently, partnered with the party. Just like General Idris Garba said, we have those of them that assisted in forming this party and have kept the wheel going. Now, for the information, I have some information from the national chairman concerning the next general election. The national general chairman wished Mr. Governor well in his forthcoming campaign, and he has abiding faith in the ability of the governor to manage the state. If you observe, it is only in Niger State that you don't have faction, you don't have crisis, even up to the last primaries, which saw a lot of people getting disgruntled. But for the dexterity of Mr. Governor, yesterday he hosted aspirants to a dinner, and all of them, over 170 of them, have agreed to work with the party, and they are not to leave the party. So kudos to Mr. Governor. Now, going forward, I just want to make 2 things clear, or 3. 1, the objective of any political party is to win an election. Do you agree with that? If our objective is to win an election, there are standard ways of winning election. Election cannot be won in Mina or Bida or the local government headquarters. Election has to be won at the polling units. So I want to urge all of us, after today, to go and fraternize and lobby for us at your polling unit. In some places they will say what? All of us here belong to one polling unit or the other. All of us. Me, I belong to Gawu Ward polling unit. And I know in the last election, I went back to my polling unit and I was coordinating the state for my polling unit, not Mina. His Excellency went back to Kwantagora. He was coordinating Kwantagora and the environments and the state right from his polling unit. The same thing with Deputy Governor, the same winning with everybody. The only way to win election is not to fight, whether you want to be in campaign organization or you want to work with the party, you don't want to work. Everybody is a mobilizer for the party. Everybody. All of us. Myself, yourself, we are all mobilizers. So what is happening is just you must have some people to spearhead. Otherwise, everybody is a mobilizer. Now, the second message of the national chairman is that we have so many organizations. One, they will say Bari organization and Lolo organization. He wants all of us to come together and form a formidable organization so that we can channel the resources better and we can better deliver on our mandate. Finally, the message is that if you don't deliver your polling unit, don't expect to benefit. The governor was there in the last meeting when we had. If you don't, when they are going to give you position, I will personally make sure that will check your polling unit, and if you didn't do anything in that polling unit, you didn't deliver it, I can assure you that you will not get the position. So, polling unit for position, polling unit for position. Finally, want to thank each and every one of us, and I wish that Allah take us back to our destination safely. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the State Party Chairman, Engineer Mohammed Jibrin Imam. Because of the time factor, I think we shall stop here. The artists we have, Shatan Nifi, and the others, we are very, very sorry because we cannot make it. Don haka, artists da muke da su da sauran jama'a a yi haƙuri, za mu mike tsaye domin yin national anthem. National anthem.
It's been worthwhile broadcasting the 2019 APC governorship election campaign stakeholders briefings from Mina, the Niger state capital. On behalf of the broadcast crew, I am Rose Gia saying thank you for remaining on the largest TV network, the NTA. Remain blessed.